Good evening, my name is Ezra Grant. I'm with Boys Hope Girls Hope for Baton Rouge. A common theme today was change. And one thing I've noticed, especially with people my age, is we want a lot of change, we want it quick and easy, and we want everything that we ask for. But my question to you is, can you express to us the importance of patience and knowing that we may not get what we want when we ask for it, and that we have to work very hard just to make a difference?
Mr. King, your dad didn't even get to see all that he fought for. I wonder what he would think about all this right now. What was it like having to be that patient when it was so hard?
You know, I think that often I share the message. Yes, there is a such thing of patience, and one of the things that I would say that has to be done just in general, nationally, we often, and this is just an analysis, not to criticize any type of activity. We often march, and we should. But in addition to marching, there is, as has been alluded to by all of us, there's policy. I mean, my dad and his team had a strategic plan. And if you think about it, there were activities that occurred. 1955 was when Miss Rosa Parks sat down on the bus. It was 1960 when the sit-ins and freedom rides took place, 1960 and 61. So that's like 5-6 years later. It was 1963 when the Birmingham campaign took place that caused desegregation. So again, this was not accidentally done. There was a strategic plan, and it took time to plan, and it took time to execute. Then, in addition to that, there was a public policy initiative. So the public policy was, out of the 63 campaign came the Civil Rights Act. Then in 64, that was passed. Then in 1965, there was the Selma March, which created the Voting Rights Act. Then there was fair housing struggles that created fair housing legislation in 68. So here's my point. Either we have to figure out if there is existing policy that relates to the issues that we are protesting about and how do we bolster that policy, or we have to encourage the creation of new policy and decide and define and be a part of helping our legislative delegations, our state representatives and senators, our congresspersons at the national level, our parish, I assume in Louisiana you all have commissioners, and I'm from Georgia, we have county commissioners, which is comparable to the parish. So at all levels of government, we have to be engaged. So my only point is, I'm not trying to make this complicated. I'm just saying that, yes, sometimes it does take patience, but it always takes action. And so I would encourage young people to continue to do the things that you're doing, but also you've got to have a little, like a committee that is operating, which already is. I think certainly when we look at Black Lives Matter, unfortunately our society and sometimes elements of the media take a brush and paint the negative aspect of some people who have said negative things as it relates to police officers. Black Lives Matter as an organization has never embraced negative kind of things. While they've done some things that are disruptive, they've not necessarily embraced anything negative as it relates to police. There may be people who came and supported the cause who had signs that said something negative about police, but that's not what the organization represents. So it should not be painted with a broad brush. I mean, these are complicated issues, just as we clearly, as we see today, a Muslim American who had a son who tragically lost his life fighting for our nation, and we've painted a brush and said, well, we can't speak to Muslims. We got to check every Muslim. Well, yes, we've got